How do you find your art style? Today, I'm going to share with you the advice that I would go back and give myself. The first thing that I want to get out of the way when talking about an art style is this concept of finding it. Because an art style isn't something that you find, it's something you build. If you're lacking foundational drawing skills, you're not going to be able to stylize anything. You have to know the rules in order to break them. And the more that you can draw from life, the better. You might think that you'd learn more from drawing from a photograph because it's paused and you're able to look at exactly the line that you want to make. But this mode of thinking is actually hurting you more than you think. When you're drawing from a photo, you're looking at something that's flat. You're not understanding the weight behind it. When you're drawing something from life, however, your focal view can change. You have to remember what you saw originally and find that again when you're looking at it. A crucial skill to develop if you want to be able to draw stuff just from your memory. Which leads me into my second point. Draw stuff straight out of your head. It doesn't matter if it looks bad. Some of it's gonna look bad. But when you do this, you exercise a muscle that just can't be exercised if you're looking at a reference. I would say that this is my number one piece of advice because for a long time, I felt like if I could just copy the artist that I saw, I eventually would be able to draw like them. But all that taught me how to do was copy, not how to create. And if you want an art style, you clearly want to create. That leads me into my third point. You're allowed to copy stuff. Now, I'm not saying go out there, find an art piece that you like, copy it down, post it, and pretend like it's yours. Don't do that. But what I am saying, if you find yourself drawn to a particular style, pick out exactly what draws you to it. Maybe it's the eyes. Maybe it's the way that they drew the landscape. Maybe it's the colors that they used. Think of yourself less like a printer that's just going to scan the artwork and spit it back out, probably at a lesser quality than when you found it. And instead, think of yourself as an interpreter. Look at your reference and then let that go through your mind into what you actually want it to look like. And if you're able to do this, you're able to mash together all kinds of different art styles to create something that is uniquely yours. The next thing that I want to remind you is that comparing yourself to the artist you look up to is just going to discourage you. There's always going to be a disparity between what you like and what you can create. But that doesn't have to bring you down. Let it inspire you instead. If somebody's drawing a face better than you can, study that. Before you know it, somebody is going to be looking at your own art and feeling the exact same things that you felt. The last thing that I want to tell you is that an art style is not a destination. It's a journey. It's never going to stay the same. You might draw one thing one day and the next day you're going to draw it a little bit differently. But that doesn't mean your style isn't unique. You made it. It's yours. And nobody can take that away from you. Now that we live in a world that's so surrounded with AI and perfect art, embrace your uniqueness. Embrace the imperfections. Learn from your past works and aspire to create something better. How do I know that? Because I've done it. I went to art school. I've been drawing stuff since I was a little kid. And I remember sitting there Googling how to find my art style. And no matter how many videos I watched, nothing ever changed. That's because you can't find an art style by watching videos on the internet. Ironic that I'm telling you that, but you can't. The only way that you're going to find it is by looking for it. Because if you're not looking for it, it's not going to find you. Until next time, bye!